Tharu tribe. The Tharu tribe is an indigenous group primarily residing in various regions of Nepal, including the Surkhet Valley, Inner Terai, Dang Valley, Deokhuri Valley, Chitwan Valley, Madi Valley, Marikola Valley, and Karmala Valley in the Midwestern region. They are also found throughout the entire Terai region of Nepal and into North India. The Tharu people have a significant presence in these areas and have their own culture and tradition. The origin of the Tharu people has been a topic of debate among scholars, and there is no definite conclusion regarding their origins. Some scholars have attempted to trace their origin through etymological analysis, while others have explored legends and oral traditions. Physically, especially in terms of their facial features, Tharus are often described as having similarities to Mongoloid stock. However, their language is considered to be of Aryan origin. This combination of physical and linguistic characteristics has added to the complexity of tracing their exact origins. The legend suggesting that the Tharus originated from Rajasthan and northwestern India is one of the oral traditions within the Tharu community. According to this legend, the Tharus trace their origins to the Thar desert of Rajasthan, India, and this is believed to be the reason for the name Tharu. The legend indicates that they migrated from the Thar desert to their current locations in the 13th to 15th century. This migration and their self-identification as Tharus were influenced by the context of Islamic invasion in the region. The Tharus of the eastern region claim to be the descendant of Sakya and Koliya races that once lived in Kapilvastu, an ancient city associated with Lord Gautam Buddha. According to this belief, the Tharus have ancestral ties to the Sakyas and Koliyas, who are prominent groups in the life of Lord Buddha. In central Nepali Terai, the Tharu people have a distinct belief that they are the original inhabitants of the land and trace their lineage to Gautam Buddha, the historical Buddha. This connection to Buddha holds great cultural and historical significance for them. The facial features of the Tharu people have been noted to resemble the earliest stone images of the Gautam Buddha. This observation suggests a physical resemblance to the depiction of the historical Buddha Siddhartha Gautam Buddha, possibly reinforcing their belief in being the descendants of Gautam Buddha or the related to Sakya and Koliya races. The Tharu's exact origins remains a subject of debate among scholars. Some theories suggest their connection to various ethnic and cultural influences. One theory proposes that they may have been originally linked to Kirat culture and were not originally Hindus, practicing nature-based and Mother Earth worship, similar to some other Kirati groups. Over time, Hinduism may have influenced their cultural practices, causing a shift towards conforming to Hindu traditions. Furthermore, the diverse physical appearances within the Tharu community, with some having Mongoloid features and others resembling Australoid or Nisadas, have led some to suggest that the Tharus could be a hybrid of Kirati and Nisada influences. Tharus, as a diverse group of people, practice and languages, do not possess a single collective identity. Instead, they are often identified by their distinct speaking style, traditional clothing, and unique rituals associated with their specific subgroups or communities. Indeed, the Tharu communities in Madhya are quite diverse, and each group often has its own distinct language or dialect. Some of the prominent Tharu language or dialect found in different regions of Madhya include Kochilla in the east, Chitwan Tharu in the central region, and Dangura, Deusariya, and Rana in the west. The Rana Tharu communities' claim to their origin is quite distinct. They trace their roots back to Chittor, India, where they believe they were compelled to leave due to the third Mughal Emperor Akbar in 1567 AD. According to their oral tradition, the Rana Tharus are descendants of Rajput women who sought refuge in the jungle to escape from Muslim invaders. These Rajput women eventually married servants, and the Tharus are considered the descendants of these intermarriages. The Rana Tharu community primarily reside in the western parts of Nepal, with significant population in areas like Kailali, Kanchanpur, Banke and Bardia. They primarily speak Indo-Aryan languages, and their history and culture reflects their unique heritage. When the Muslims attacked the Rajput women ran away with their Tharus. According to the legend, even now, Tharu women try to maintain their caste dominance by pushing their husbands' rice with their feet while giving them. The Rana Tharu people in western Nepal associate their name with the Thar desert, and they believe that they are the descendants of Rajput who migrated to the forested regions in the 16th century. This migration and the subsequent blending of culture and traditions have shaped their distinct identity within the Tharu community. Their history and culture reflect this unique heritage and migration story. The Dangaura Tharus are the largest and one of the more traditional groups within the Tharu community. They have a rich cultural heritage and a significant presence in various regions of Nepal, especially in the western part of the country. Their traditions, language, and way of life have been an integral part of Nepal's diverse cultural tapestry. The Khatariya Tharus, also known as Khatima Tharus, are believed to have Indian origins and speak the Central Indo-Aryan language. They predominantly reside in the western part of Nepal, and their cultural characteristics and lifestyle may share similarities with the Rana and Dangaura Tharus. The Chitwania Tharus reside in the Narayani and Lumbini zones of Nepal, with significant population in districts such as Chitwan, Nawalparasi and Rupandehi. They speak the Eastern Indo-Aryan language, distinguishing them from other Tharu groups in the region. The Kochila Tharus, also known as Saptari Tharus, are an Indo-Aryan speaking group primarily residing in the eastern part of Nepal. They can be found in regions such as Saptari, Morang, Siraha, Udaipur, Sunsari, Mautari, Sarlahi and Dhanusa districts. In areas with significant Tharu population, it is often referred to as Tharuan, Tharuhat or Tharut. The Tharus have their main deities including Kali Bhagwati, Maya and Goraiya. Each Tharu household has its clan deity, and there is a tradition that the house owner should sleep where the Kul Devata or clan deity is located. The collective gods for the Tharus are Bardhan and Vihar, and they are typically worshipped during the Chaitra and Bhadra months. In Tharu society, men often wear a special type of dress called langoti and bodo. Tharu women are known for designing various tattoo patterns on their skin. They also adorn themselves with silver jewelry, including chura, bulaki and kalli. The Tharus have a figure called Boyer, whom they worship as a deity. Their main festivals include Holi and Magi. The Tharus celebrate the first day of Magh as their new year, known as Magi. Different Tharu communities have their own unique traditions and celebration for this occasion. In Chitwan, Tharus celebrate by eating poka wa anadiko bhat, a special type of sticky rice wrapped in banana leaves and cooked in an anjina. In western Nepal, the Dangaura Tharus mark Magi with feasting and dancing. They also choose a new community leaders called Bargar on this day. The Tharus traditionally led a way of life centered around agriculture, animal husbandry and fishing. They were primarily farmers who reared animals and fish, and they did not engage in hunting for food. The settlements were often located near grasslands that transitioned into forest. In their daily life, the Tharus were involved in agriculture, farming, herding goats and buffalo, fishing, trapping small animals, collecting herbs, and gathering various resources from the grasslands and forests. Their livelihoods were closely tied to the natural resources of their environment. In the Tharu language, the characters da and dha are pronounced as ra. For example, sarak is pronounced as sarak in Tharu. In Tharu communities, regions such as Dang, Banke, Bardia, Kailali and Kanchanpur, the festival of Dasai is known as Dasya. During Dasai, in these areas, traditional dance like Sakya and Panya Nritya, accompanied by Madal Kotal or drum beats, are significant elements that contribute to the festive atmosphere, and these dance continues late into the night. The funeral customs of the Tharus differ from one region to another. In the Eastern Terai, the Tharus typically cremate the deceased, while in Western Terai, they practice burial. Additionally, the Tharus in the Eastern Terai may wear Brahman attire during the funeral ceremony, while those in the Western Terai wear Barara clothing. Thank you.